Good day, everyone. Welcome back to JJ's Football Corner. Um, so day two of the World Cup has started today. Canada versus Bosnia. Just finished not too long ago, 1-1. And I didn't get a chance to talk last night about um, the Korea Czechia match. Korea winning 2-1. Um, So I think I'll talk about today's match first because there's not much to say about today's match. I Going into the match, I predicted 1-1. Actually predicted a 1-1 draw. Um, I think Canada has historically struggled to score at the World Cup, but um I thought that being the host, talents like Alfonso Davis and I wasn't even aware that Jonathan David was actually Canadian. Maybe that would have changed my prediction to 2-1, even though it still ended up being 1-1. Um, but yeah, I just thought that being the host nation, would give them some drive, give them some impetus, and I thought that hey, they would find a goal, even though they've only scored the one goal at the World Cup. Alfonso Davis with a header. So I just thought, 1-1. And yeah, the match panned out how I thought it would. Two very average teams going forward. Although I must say that if Canada was a little more efficient in front of goal, they could have won this match 2 or 3-1. They produced some really clear cut chances that should have been buried. Absolutely buried. David got one very early on, hit straight at the keeper. And then after that, Bosnia got a goal 1-0. Flick on from a corner, short Kolasinac, former Arsenal player. Flick on and Lukic, is it Lukic or Jovic? Forgive me. Scored, but yeah, that was a good header, and I think it's Lukic. But yeah, the match panned out. Wasn't really any back and forth. Poor quality in some areas, poor quality in terms of the passing, especially in the final third. Both teams were lacking effort. And the game kind of just meandered on, not much to write home about. Then came the 79th minute, sub on, Lauren absolutely, yes, it took a deflection, but he finished it. Brilliant finish. For the sub there to come on and get the point. 1-1, their first point in the World Cup, and they'll treasure it. But I think they will rue their chances because, to be honest, they could have scored at least 2 or 3 goals. But they'll take the point. Both sides will take the point and see how the next match pans out. But the real match I wanted to talk about was last night's match with Korea and Czechia. That was a great game. That was a great game. Korea so tactically resolute. They were the better team throughout. Um, Czechia were very physical side. With Kufal uh, his name is slipping me right now. But yeah, very very physical side, and you knew it was coming. Or Patrick Schick as well. You knew it was coming that they would score from a set piece, and it was a throw in. It was a throw in, and you just know what these teams are gonna do. I think they said Czechia scored 50 something percent of their goals from set pieces, so they're set piece specialists. They're gonna score. But Korea kept going, man. Korea kept their head. They kept their head, kept in the game, and I just have to say this: a lot of players if they were scouted earlier, or they were scouted by different teams, we will be speaking a lot about different players. Let me explain what I mean. I will be speaking differently about a lot of players. Oh, he was phenomenal yesterday in that match. I see comparisons between him and Vitinha. People calling him the Asian Vitinha, and he was phenomenal in that match. Lee Lee Kang In from PSG, he also was phenomenal in that match. And you look at these players, and Lee can't even start at PSG. Oh, is that I believe he's at Feyenoord. A lot of these players, like you want to imagine what if they were scouted by bigger clubs, right? What if they were scouted by bigger clubs? And this is the beauty of the World Cup. The World Cup gives players an opportunity at the highest platform to show their talent. And that is what I've always wanted from the World Cup. This is what I love about the World Cup. That players get an opportunity to really show their talent. Players that we don't know about. Obviously, the Mbappes and the Messis of this world, they'll come good. Right? We know what they're about. But it's the Lee Kang In. You understand me? It's the old, these guys, man, that just we we don't know them like that, but they have their talent. They're talented people, right? They're talented people, truly talented people. And it was so good seeing Korea yesterday stick to their game plan and just execute, man. It was such a good game, that second half. That's what we want the World Cup to be. They were tactically better. They didn't allow the difference in height to affect them. They were physical as well. They were on the ball. They passed the ball well. They moved the ball well. They defended well. They pressed in numbers. They were so good, Korea last. Like, kudos to them, man. That was such a good game of football to watch. In contrast to what I just watched with Canada and Bosnia. But um, I have to say, man, credit to Korea, man. What a good game, man. What a good game. Both great finishes. It's so good to see these teams and their players get the highlight that they deserve. And that's what I hope going forward for the rest of the World Cup. I want these players, these unsung heroes, if you want to call them that, to really get their time in the limelight. And we see what they're about, see their talent, and people are like, oh my God, how have we not heard about this player? Right? Like, that's what I want from this World Cup. I just want to see top talents being highlighted. Right? So, again, Canada versus Bosnia, it was a nothing burger of a game, couple chances. But Korea, Czechia, great game. Later, we have USA Paraguay. I actually predicted a 2-2 for the USA Paraguay match. And my reasoning for that is I think USA will score goals. They'll score, but defensively, they have not been the best. So I think Paraguay might have a surprise for them. Wouldn't be surprised if USA blow them out of the water. That's also a possibility. But we'll see. So guys, thanks for the few who tuned in, and for those who subscribed from the last video, thank you so much for the support. And again, like I said, I hope to produce not produce. I hope to video my opinion each day on the different matches. And yeah, I just want to say thanks and shout out for those who watch the video and like the video. Obviously, as time goes on, hopefully the quality of the videos will improve as I learn, or I get a new camera, phone, or whatever. But thanks for tuning in, and hopefully the match later will be of better quality. All right, take care.